Okay, I'm terrible at intros. Okay,
Here we are.
So here we are in the vault here at CME, and good friends from Bilt are here.
Yep.
Because we bought 2 guitars from NAMM. Is
That's
that
right. Yeah.
We bought 2 guitars
From
from
Woodwire Volts. That's right.
From wood, wire, and volts, which is something that Curtis and Carlos set up.
That's right. The boutique guitar
The
showcase.
boutique guitar showcase.
It's our 2nd year.
And I didn't get an invite. That's okay. Hey, Curtis.
Carlos,
what's up,
what are you guys doing
what's
to
up?
this guy here?
Like, what's the deal, Curtis? Like, I thought
Next year.
I thought we were bros.
You even sponsored it. CME sponsored
We
it.
even sponsored it, bro.
Hey, this is Brandon with Bilt Guitars.
Okay, so these are these guitars are cool, but one of them has a cool story. We'll probably save that one for last. So
Okay.
let's start with. You want to open it here? Or should we throw it on the couch? Probably throw it on the couch.
All right, let's do the couch.
All right. We're keeping it loosey-goosey, everybody. This is cool.
I think the inspiration that how these two connect, and I thought it was awesome that Dan kind of sparked to both of these.
Yeah.
Because both of these have like a 50s inspiration. So at Woodwire Volts this year, Bilt kind of did a little bit of like an around the world nod to like the contemporaries and the giants that we all are standing on the shoulders of. So this one represents that.
Woo!
Is Paul Bigsby inspired Zapig, obviously.
Totally Paul Bigsby, 100%.
This one is our Zapig model, and we did it, about as close to an old Paul Bigsby as we could. It's a walnut core, and of course the birdseye maple top and back, birdseye maple neck.
Oh, that's so cool.
25-inch scale like an old Bigsby, and these are Mojo pickups out of the UK. They do really great recreations. Got the Bigsby bridge. Had to get the 3-way toggle way down at the end, just like an old Paul Bigsby.
So how many of these are made?
This one?
Uh-huh.
This is the one and only.
Exactly, everyone. One.
Yes.
One. Only one. So
one of one. But we actually don't have much birdseye maple in this with. I mean, you can find it, but we've had this in the shop for a while. We got the burl walnut veneer and the Bigsby-inspired Bilt logo.
So this is also Mojo out of the UK?
Yep, both pickups. But he had a blade pickup and the standard pull piece pickup. And man, I like how those, we aged it a little bit, so those pull pieces started rusting already.
It looks really good. It's really well done.
And we're kind of new. We haven't done relicking like crazy, but we're open to it. If you call us, reach out to us, and here's an example, a slightly relic. We just aged the hardware a little bit, gummed it up just a touch, but.
Well, maybe what we'll do is plug it in. Yeah, we'll do that. That's awesome. One of one, America and the world. One of one. Glad we got this one.
Yeah, only at CME.
Now, tell everyone briefly about Bilt Guitars, where you're from, how long you've been around, all that good stuff, in case they don't know.
Bilt Guitars, Des Moines, Iowa. So just one state over. This is our 17th year.
Awesome.
And we made a lot of guitars for you guys in the past, but we're glad to be back and doing some more like unique custom stuff. We've been custom for forever. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But
I've always thought of you guys as like a custom shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
small numbers. I mean, we make quite a few guitars and we do it, but this was an idea we've had in our pocket for a while. We just finally got around to doing it. And Paul Bigsby, he's somebody we respect and appreciate. He of all the guys in the 50s that, the rise of electric guitars, he's kind of maybe the one that's the least heralded.
Agreed.
Les Paul gets a lot of attention. Yep. Leo Fender, of course. But Paul Bigsby was right there at the same time. And, he 6-in-line headstock, that was kind of his thing. A little ahead of Paul. But if you read that book, they were all kind of pals for a time.
What is the book? Because that's why I brought
the Birth of Loud. A lot of the stories that are told is that there was a lot of animosity between the three. And I think eventually that happened like any rock band, any band, or like people who work together and someone gets more famous or whatever. Of course, there was a time where like it was less friendly, but there was a minute there where they got together on Sundays and hung out and like kicked ideas around. In the same neck of the woods,
What a cool time. I mean,
yeah.
What a cool,
No one knew what was going to happen. And Paul Bigsby, he had other interests, he's a motorcycle guy. Built parts. Half of that stuff is made out of motorcycle parts.
Yeah.
And he had other interests. I don't think he was dying to have like a thriving guitar business. He just did it because he could.
Sure.
And was he done by 56?
Yeah,
you know,
I think that's
as the
about
Strat
right.
was out and Fender caught on. You know, I mean, Leo had a thriving business before he did guitars. He had amps that were cooking and a radio repair shop. So
yeah, the interesting thing about Leo too, which kind of along with Bigsby, was that he just cared more about building. He really did not care about the money. For the most part, my understanding is he didn't. Even when he sold to CBS, Don Randall went to New York to pick up his check.
Yeah.
Which was worth in those days about $55 million.
Right.
And Don had to deposit that cash into his account.
He called him and he was like, "Is it a good deal?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's really good."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, all right, sounds good."
So
I'm in the shop working on stuff.
There you go.
I got
Yeah,
amps.
yeah. All right, sweet. So we got this.
See the other
That's
one?
very cool. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So a couple months ago, Micah and I were here, and you gave us a tour of the vault here. You were kind enough to give us a tour.
Yeah.
And I had seen the L7 that you guys had. I saw it on the website.
Yeah.
But we saw it in person last time we were here, and that was the inspiration.
Go ahead and
for this
grab
guitar.
it. Here.
Oh yeah, check it out. Yeah, get it, Micah. Yeah.
Look at this. I love this guitar. I don't know why I still have this thing. Yeah, that's a 1950 L7C factory ebony with a McCarty pickguard. So it has floating pickups. So the pickups are not actually in the body. They float in the pickguard.
This is the first time I've seen what's under here, and we didn't do that.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
a different idea.
That's
We
okay.
went a little bit different
That's okay.
direction.
It doesn't have to be exact.
So you can see definitely inspired by. This is our Velare model.
Oh, this is so sweet to see in person.
So we thought that was just cool. I'd seen those before, but it had been a while since I'd seen one. And of course, like with Bilt, what we are inspired by all the old stuff. We love to recreate things, but our philosophy is we want to recreate these old amazing things, but it needs to be elegant and it needs to be functional.
Wow, off the bat, I love how you actually didn't float the pickups.
Yes. And so you
Because-
can see the
yeah.
pickguard, it appears like it's floating, but it's completely solid.
Because it's stable.
It's stable.
Yeah.
So we worked with Lawler to get some custom staples, and I wanted to do staples in both pickups.
Yeah.
We don't see that as often. Those aren't staples, of course, but
That's okay.
I was thinking 50s.
oh,
Let's
yeah,
do staples.
I love staples.
So we got them to do some custom ones where they stuck out a little bit more so we could get them through the pickguard. And then we did a Godot
that's-
bridge on a Bigs or on a Bilt made.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did you machine?
We
this?
machined this at the shop.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And of course we gave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
We
awesome.
got a three-way rotary there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give people something they would recognize with the
Right.
Gibson style wiring.
Board is ebony.
Ebony board. Yep.
Blocks. Oh, that is a gentleman's guitar.
Yes.
And now, how many would you say of these exist in the world?
This is one and only.
One. That's right, everybody.
The
One.
one and only.
Only
Yes.
one.
So set neck, single piece mahogany
man.
body. The back is single piece mahogany. The neck is from the same piece of mahogany. Set neck, tilt back headstock.
So cool.
It's very, very chambered, very light.
Yeah.
Feel
One thing I will say that you guys do a lot very well, but one thing you have a great headstock.
Thank you very much.
It's a very difficult thing to nail,
Yeah.
as everyone in guitar making probably knows.
Yeah, this is our, so we have a few different headstocks. People might recognize the silhouette of this is actually the headstock shape of our El Hombre.
Yeah.
So we've done a few of these that were like Trini Lopez inspired.
Yes.
So we went with like our
Yeah.
El Hombre headstock, but it's no swooshes on it. We did it bound. We're doing like the custom multiply binding thing.
Oh, it's so cool. I wonder if that's. So let's. I kind of want to hold them up.
Inspired by CME right here.
That is so cool. Yeah, I love this guitar. I love this interpretation of it. It's so very cool. I don't know how we still have this. Someone needs to buy the set. That's what you need.
There you go.
Cool. What is the scale length on this again?
That's 24/62, so 24 3/4.
24 3/4.
Gibson
Okay.
scale.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll plug these in.
Yeah.
Plug these in, and so everybody can hear what they sound like. Center block or no?
No.
No.
Hollow.
Fully hollow. Wow. I know you guys did a lot of work with artists. You have throughout the years.
Yeah.
Anyone you're working with now?
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason we can't talk about it. We're making a 7-string with Monkey from Korn with effects in it.
What?
He just reached out to us on Instagram,
No
and
way.
we started a conversation. And he's a lovely guy. We did a phone call, and he's followed us for years. And we have some mutual friends. And I started talking to him. He was interested in just a 6-string guitar, and I was like, "Yeah, but you play 7 strings all the time." And I'm like, "Could we?" I said, "I would love to make a Bilt that you would play on stage."
Yeah.
Because we've made guitars for people over the years. We've done some crazy stuff for people, but like, I want to see them playing it in their environment, not just like a studio guitar.
Yeah.
And I asked him, like, if we made him something closer to what he's used to, would he play it? And he was like, absolutely.
So will this be the first 7 you've built?
It will be, actually, yes.
Dang.
We're not doing a 7-string. And there's a customer that's buying 2 8-string guitars too, and they're Valares. So it's going to be a Velare like this, 8 strings.
An 8-string version of this.
And so we're actually going to make his version. The body's going to be just like a little bit bigger.
Right, you're going to go kind of out.
Yeah, and his are going to be flat top, which will make it a much easier guitar to make.
Way easier, for sure.
Definitely easier.
2 more strings. What?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
2 more strings. What was I going to ask you? I know what I wanted to ask
Yeah.
you. So people will see like a Zaptig
Zapig, yep.
that'll say LS, right? You get is that
SS,
SS.
yes.
What's the less stuff?
So the
you guys still doing
LS was on the Relevator, because when we got our start,
the Relevator.
the Relevator
Is that still a thing?
Yes.
Okay, explain this to everyone.
Okay, so
It's really cool.
we got our start putting effects in guitars.
Yes.
Which we still do, but when we came out, we made a Relevator with effects. That was the first 8 guitars had effects, had a fuzz and a delay in it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we got our start.
And how long ago was that?
2009.
Dude, that's way ahead of its time.
I think so.
I mean, you had chaos pads and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and people have done it. I mean, it's been going.
Like
but-
Manson had a fuzz in Bellamy, Matt Bellamy's
Matt
guitar.
Bellamy, right,
Yeah,
right.
that's right. So
Yeah.
I definitely took some inspiration from that. The story goes just very quickly. Tim had a repair shop in Des Moines, and I was in a band, and I used to take all my guitars to Tim to repair, and he would set them up and stuff. We got a little closer. I convinced him to paint some guitars for me. I took a Tele Deluxe. They reissued a Tele Deluxe with the big pickguard in the mid 2000s. So it would have been like 2006.
Okay.
I took it in there immediately. I bought it because it only came in walnut, and I took it right to Tim and I said, "Would you paint this white?" And I wanted white with a mint guard. So he did that for me. I took it on tour. First show, threw it, broke a tuner, guitar out of commission.
As one does.
As one does. Brought it home, and I had this idea. I had a big pedal board, and I was like taking my analog delay and getting feedback on itself, like Johnny Greenwood kind of stuff. And I came back and I said to Tim, and I was like, I hate bending over and twisting knobs during a show, but I got to do it for the song. What would you think about putting effects into the guitar, 2 effects? And he was like, no way, dude. Like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. And I had a little bit of cash, and I was like, what it would take? $500 I'll pay you $500. And he's like, all right, fine. So we actually had a friend, a shout out to our buddy Shane Johnson, who now works with Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
He
Who
took,
you've worked with, they've worked with Imagine Dragons.
right, we made Wayne a bunch of guitars.
Yes.
We got 4 going to him right now,
Right.
pretty soon here. So he disassembled the pedals for us, and we routed out this old Telecaster. And so we took a deluxe pickguard and like mirrored it on the other side. So it was this big like Batman looking pickguard. I'll bring the guitar sometime.
Yeah.
And we literally just cut holes through the pickguard and we routed out the guitar and shoved the effects through the pickguard.
You put the pedals,
Like we took them out of the case through the pickguard.
put the guts in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So that
Boards,
was the
okay,
original guitar, and I would take it on tour and play
yeah.
it.
Sure.
And after the show, there'd be all these dudes up against the stage, like, "What are you doing? What is that?"
Yeah.
And I'd come back to the Lutherie shop at the time before Bilt, and be like, "Dude, people are freaking out over this guitar."
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the inspiration. We saw the old Marauder in like a Fender book.
Yeah.
The Fender never went into production with, and we were inspired by that shape. And there was a version of it that was up at Dave's Guitars in La Crosse, Wisconsin, that had these extra plates with the rocker switches and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Tim saw that and said, well, that's how you put the effects in it.
Yeah.
So we took the same idea we did on what became the prototype Telecaster thing, and we designed plates.
Yeah.
And moved the controls from knobs to roller wheels, like Jazzmaster roller wheels.
Yep.
So in 2009, we made 8 guitars, different fun colors from the old Fender catalog, but with the roller wheels and the effects in the back.
That's so
and a
cool.
power supply. That's how we got our start. So
Wow.
the LS, to answer your question, is a relevator without effects in it. Less
With
stuff.
Less stuff.
Yes.
Because for the longest time, I was like, what does
LS mean?
What does that mean? It's got to be like, it's so funny with guitar builders.
Long
Because
story.
you're a long story. Or you think it's like latitudinal surge. Like
Yeah.
something like, I can't believe we just thought of that. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
But, you know, like it's something mathematical or engineering. No, it's just less stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? We have the SS Zapig, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, what is that? And SS sounds like a warship or something,
Sure.
and it's semi-solid.
Semi-solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. I'm so glad you told that story.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So there you go.
That'd be
Yeah, I
awesome.
love them. I'm glad we have these two. It's good to see them back in the shop. We used to carry you guys all the time, and it's been a while, so
Yeah.
it's good to get the band back together.
Absolutely.
You know, so to
CME,
speak.
I just want to say CME was such a support at such a crucial time in Bilt's history.
Oh, that's cool.
As many young builders out there would understand, those first few years
Yeah.
are so hard for a young company. We were so fortunate in the beginning. We made 8 guitars and got attention like right away. Looking back on that now,
Yeah.
we understand how fortunate we were, because there's a lot of young builders making guitars like in the dark.
Totally.
They're trying to, they got a socials going, they're trying to do their thing. But, you know, unless people play your guitars or see them, or someone famous has a guitar of yours, it's really hard to become known.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We were very fortunate to have attention quick, but right on the heels of being in Premier Guitar and stuff like that, we got a relationship with CME, and that made us.
That's
Absolutely,
awesome.
without a doubt.
That's really cool.
Today, like when someone calls Bilt, there's about 3 ways they know us. I saw you at CME. I saw the guy from Imagine Dragons playing your guitar.
Right.
And I saw Josh Scott with his guitar
Awesome.
from JHS Pedals.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
CME is always in the
that's
conversation.
cool.
So
That's
we're
really
so
cool.
happy to be back for sure.
Okay, I think we should plug these in. So one thing that I didn't make clear that I want to make sure you guys know is that this is semi. Tell me how is it hollow, semi-hollow?
So it's got a block, but it's hollow here and hollow here.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Center
Both
block,
sides. Yep.
but hollow on the sides. Tell me about the pickups.
They're Mojo pickups out of the UK, and they solved quite a few of the maybe the issues that existed with early Bigsby pickups. So those are nickel covers, not aluminum, and they sound great.
Love it.
Yeah, it made it
they
sound
really do.
excellent.
They've got a lot of vintage vibe to them, but they have a little more balance, string to string balance
Yeah.
than maybe a real one, a real set of pickups might, a real one from like a real Bigsby guitar.
Yeah,
that
I mean
is.
isn't that kind of the thing that maybe some people don't understand about vintage guitars is a lot of our pickup makers, Curtis Novak, Lawler, they are meticulously recreating old pickups, but like balance is solved.
Yeah, especially when you go from bridge to neck. That's a balance that not even just me. I think a lot of players value that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like anything. The more you get into gear and the more you learn about what you like, you find that if you can get that vintage vibe and that vintage sound and everything, but just round out some of the edges and just clean up the design a little bit, it makes a big difference in making it a really versatile guitar. And I think this is a really fantastic example of that. These are a little hotter.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness, kid.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Tell me about the pickups on this one.
So those are custom Lawler staple 90s. We worked with them to get them to put those staple pole pieces just a little bit higher to work with this kind of McCarty pickguard. And they did a great job. And yeah, I love how those sound. And it's fun to have staples in neck and bridge. A lot of times historically you see a kind of like your more standard P90 in the bridge and then the staple in the neck. But
yeah, the balance is really good too. Yeah. And one really cool thing that I think is super noteworthy is that these are actually fitted into the body with this little groove here, this little lip
there. Yep.
While as I guess we don't have the old Gibson, but the old one they would have just been totally floating.
Yeah.
Which made it a lot more fragile. But this is like this isn't going anywhere.
The pickguard is completely solid. That was again, that's kind of some of our ethos. We were talking about that on the Bigsby guitar, like these great ideas from the past, like making a these guitars. They weren't thinking about some guy playing 200 shows a year, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah.
So if we can make them a little bit user-friendly, a little more user-friendly, a little more elegant design, but improving on something that was already great is kind of the idea.
If you guys want to build something, clearly sky's the limit. They're not limited by, lack of imagination.
We're at least
or practicality.
Yeah, we're at least open to hearing.
Sense, none of that.
We're at least open to hearing an idea for sure.
All right, sweet. All right, that's good, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, buddy. Awesome. Very cool.